Hello, it's Emil from Mind for Movement Coaching. Today's video is another video about single leg deadlifts. I'm a fan of single leg deadlifts. Quite frankly, I think they're one of the best exercises we can be doing to preserve the joint health in our knee. And the reason for that is it makes use of the hamstrings in your glutes, in your core, all in one exercise, really functional. You tie it in with a lunge and you've got a recipe for a great little program. And stay tuned, I've actually have another sequential exercise video that I'll be putting out to help preserve your joints as we go through the aging process, but is really good exercises to do if you're a cyclist, hiker, a runner, cross-country skier, downhill skier for that matter. Anyways, weekend warrior, great routine for you. All right, so let me talk to you about the single leg deadlift. So quick review, you should already be practicing your single leg deadlift with a pole. And so in this case, if I'm going to be standing on my left leg doing the single leg deadlift, I want my left hand at the lower in the lumbar, and then I want my hand on the unweighted side to be by the back of my neck. The pole is in contact with your head, your thoracic spine, and your sacrum. And now from here, important, I unweight the one side, that's going to go back. I want to feel my weight through the foot on my supporting leg. I'm going to lift this leg back, and the move is influenced by me lifting the unweighted leg back and then standing. All the time I'm maintaining contact with the pole, those 3 points of contact. So one more time, weight shift is important, and then unweighting the leg that's going to go back, lifting that leg back, and then standing up, okay? You could see right there, because I was doing it slow, my thigh was going through some movement, and my body was needing to work to maintain stability. So that is why it's a good exercise. You should be what we reference on the edge of success. If the exercise, you're just able to bang them out, then you want to find a way to make them more challenging. All right, so let's talk about using a band. So this was a drill that I came up with that I have found very helpful to help people figure out what they should be doing with the unweighted leg. So I often see people doing single leg deadlifts with this knee bent, and now just the way our brain works sometimes, if this knee's bent, I'm gonna start to turn my single leg deadlift into a lunge. And now we're lunging and we're not really doing a hinge. So what I'll have you do is take a sufficient exercise band. I say sufficient, one that's got some resistance to it, or is going to give you some resistance. It's a strong band is what I'm trying to say. And you're going to put it around your foot and then bring that band up around your shoulder. Okay, so now all of a sudden I'm creating what we call some approximation through that unweighted side. And now standing here, I can actually feel the core muscles, especially my obliques and my transverse abdominis here, sort of kick in a little bit. Okay, that's because they're functioning as stabilizers. So whenever we distract a joint structure or put proximization through the joint structure, your stabilizers will reflexively engage. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to produce my single leg deadlift and come back up. Now I'm not really concerned with the great range of motion. I always tell people start with small ranges of motion and then you can progress. But my intent here is I've got my weight shift, and then I'm going to take my unweighted leg back. I'm going to lift that leg back to allow it to influence the performance of my single leg deadlift. A little wobbly there. Okay, but that leg stays straight, and then I can focus on a soft knee here. So I cue knee over your shoelaces or midfoot, but not past the toes, because you're just going to turn it into a lunge. Okay, so this is a little drill that you can try if you're working on your single leg deadlift. I hope you are, because I personally think the single leg deadlift is one of the most valuable exercises we can be doing as we're going through the aging process. All right, guys, if you have any comments or questions, you can email me at emil@mindmovecoach.com. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. All right, you have a good day.